we remember. They loved, and we loved in return.
Galawain's gonads. We're actually in Nakukubel. Someone pinch me.
Protect the envoy.
Well, if you insist.
Nicely done. Who's next? Any more in the rush?
Look at that Audra. What else might be here?
The heart of the Akita beats. Our veins stir. You are close. Seek the ancient kith who dwell here. They will show you the way.
An intruder comes. You don't belong here. Why have you come? What business do you have in this place? Tell me, before I strike you down. And the gardener. Of course they'd seek more souls to help them.
The gardener? That must be how the ancient Akidans referred to their god. To stop it all.
I am Numena, Tebaro Senakis, and guardian of the Akita and the living lands. They came swarming, relentless, these juggernauts. So many they stole the heat from the stars. They brought death to our temples. They brought doom to our king. And the sky held no sun as our children screamed.
Oh, I know this. You speak of the Magfolk.
Yes, Story Seeker. Their corpses remain, as do our memories of what they did to us. Yes, they had no fear. They only wanted us to die, and die, and die. They wanted us forgotten. Our words were burned. Our buildings were broken. Anything that was of Akita, they destroyed.
That's why there are no records. No histories.
We fought so hard, but we fell too. Then they trapped our gardener.
Trapped. A sepulchre of endless night. Bones beneath roots. Stop this. No one answers. The light, it blinded us. Why were we so afraid?
The gardener quickens. This hastens our fears. The gardener was afraid, yes. They were terrified. That was all they saw. Death hungers and cannot be sated. That which killed the Akita wants more slaughter still. So our gardener calls then, begging one more time to be set free.
We wait. They know. They understand. Why do they hinder you?
When the gardener calls, there is no turning away. But you will prove yourself to us through a series of trials. Survive these trials, and you will know the way to the garden. First is a trial of strength. Demonstrate your might against our ancient dead, and earn the right to face the second. We wish you a better fate than the one we saw. The path to the garden lays before you. It is the only way.
Understudies, we just spoke to an ancient Akedan! I think I got bone dust in my fur. That ghost called you a Tebaru Sanakis. That must be what the Akita called their godlikes.
I'm sick!
Quick as a fox! To the left! Couldn't have done it better.
I'm sick!
Nice of them to give us a little break, isn't it?
They're gathering their strength. We should...
On your right.
Seek!
Your reputation is well deserved.
That's the last. So much for the first try. On to the second. Door open. And another ghost.
You have the gardener's markings, but you are not one of us. You did not fall with us. Why have you come here? Tell me your mind. Tell me what rides in it. The Magfolk sought the gardener too. And our gardener did not want to be found. Our gardener knew what the Magfolk would do, and they broke the world to keep themselves safe. The waters boiled, the land opened, the rivers rose, and we drowned.
We broke the pain. We died with them. How good did we do this? A mere crack. We ripple in the lake. We cannot. We writhe. Why must we feel this again?
There were so few of us left when the Magfolk were at our doors. We are dead. What can pity do? We are beyond help. But the gardener, their ways are not the ways of people. You want a path to the garden? Pass this trial of the mind. Show me how clever you are. We will know the breadth of your wisdom before we let you learn what our gardener truly is.
Whatever gets us answers must be worth it, right?
A trial of the mind. I wonder if there's a clever trick to it. Hey.
Don't overthink it. Just go through.
These ghosts aren't very helpful.
The dead should not keep secrets. Unless they resent the living.
Perhaps they're just unused to visitors. Surely they'll warm up to us eventually.
Who maintains these traps? Ridiculous when you think about it. I can already tell this is going to hurt.
Isakso!
The Echidans are being less welcome than I hoped.
What did you expect? They're dead.
They must be trying to protect their god. Building materials. For Nakukubel itself. Third time's the charm. Another door is revealed.
You bear. Somehow you've proven to have strength and wit. We now see what you represent. We know the truth of you. We cannot risk you causing another calamity. The gardener must love you for your pliance. One. Like some. No more words. You have not earned the right. Finish your last trial. You come as a supplicant. You do not have the privilege of questions. Go.
I wonder what's at the end of all these trials. Can't imagine it's good. Of course, these trials require a leap of faith.
You bear our gardener's mark.
The gardener has grown roots into the Outlander.
What do you truly seek with our God?
The fur on the back of my neck.
Somehow you bested our trials. Like vermin, you persist.
Like vermin, you endured. You kept your head.
You live where worthier souls have fallen, but your journey ends here.
Soil hardens. hesitation. Why do we smell fear? They are here to be found. Why? Why will they not free us?
This is where you die, Outlander. We cannot risk you provoking the Gardener and causing another calamity.
So be it. Prepare yourself.
That even hurt him. Need a new outfit, dear. On the left.
Patience. Almost ready. Want to die a second time?
Oh, and it looks like we got a prize on the table over there. Let's take a look, shall we?
I'm coming for Ludwig next.
Wow. I've never seen an Akedan device like this. These mechanisms, they mark the locations of important sites. It's a map.
Ever closer. We must speak of this.
A map? I can't believe it survived all these years. Just waiting for the right hands to pick it up again.
Don't rush me, dearie. Akedan isn't easy to translate, you know.
So close. We reach. Find us in the Adra.
Your gods said hello, didn't they? Go on then, deal with them. I need time to translate.
I think your god would like a word.
You are here. You heard us in the roots. You seek the garden. You know the way. But the Tabaru Sanakis, they turn from you. How can this be? Surely they would welcome you as kin, grafted from the same root. So cold, so ungrateful, just as they were. We were theirs, and they were ours, and we told them to protect the wild and the green. In return, we promised to protect them, and we were true. Always, we protected them. We will not remember. We do not hide. Lies. The rot twists our memories, splinters them, reflections in a night-swallowed lake. We lived in harmony. We were at peace, and then they came, with metal bodies and murderous intent. We tried to stop them. Dead? They're dead? No, no. Happy. They were happy. We loved them. They loved us. No! We did not want them to die. We loved them. We tried. We loved them so much. We did not cause pain. The spirits lie. We love them most. They twist our words. We will show you. Let us offer you another gift. A seedling of power. We will show you our favor. Wait. An intruder. The piercing light. She draws near. The wire. A razor in our throat. Stop her! We writhe. We bleed. Gods, bringer of the fire. Oh, it burns. She comes to trap us. Out! Out! Send her out! Set us free!
Wake up! Wake up! What happened? Are you all right? What did you do?
While you were unconscious, the Adra pillar was not. A great deal of energy passed through it, to parts unknown.
You can't hear all the dream thralls trying to get in now. What happened with Sopadol? Once we get past all these dream thralls, I'll be excited to see what scares a god. They're flooding the area, so I think it's a great time to leave. Now! The map points us to Galawain's tusks. We'll find the way to the garden there. We just have to find a godless tower on the southern coast, and boom! There's our entrance into the garden.
We should talk to Marius. He knows the tusks better than anyone. Until then, we must ready ourselves for a fight.
Someone's eager to meet us. Much as I hate to leave, let's get out of here before more drink.
Dodge this! Watch your eyes!
Behind you!
Another soul for the wheel!
It's getting a little crowded. Let's go. Now. Watch your back. It's getting a little crowded.
In the eyes! Feed them!
I'm ready to go. Now.
Fear in the eyes!
Get out of here.
Stinging one!
Bad on, boys!
Get off me!
That'll show 'em.
before you worsen the situation.
Envoy, I hope you found what you were looking for. Because those ruins are about to be a distant memory. This is a spring from which the Dream Scourge flows, injecting poison into the veins of the island.
No, a cleansing fire. Poison or cure?
The same poison we burned out of Fior Messiverno.
The only thing you burned was hope, and I am determined to get it back, even if I must take it from you.
Charming. Stand by my side, and we can strike a blow at the Dream Scourge. And at Sabadal. An Inquisitor seeks answers, some through interrogation, others through prayer. I've been watching you, Envoy. You, who survived when so many godlike fell. I even asked the gods what made you so remarkable. And the burned queen opened my eyes to what you are. We knew the chaos of the living lands had an origin. How could I have known that you were its offspring? Different wars on the same battlefield. There are two plagues in the living lands. Help me destroy one, and the other will follow.
Ashes. Nothing of the Akita will remain.
We may not burn out the Dream Scourge here, but we can burn out its symptoms and take the fight to your patron.
Spirits cry out, bury the fire, but still they rage.
Hubris. She assumes a great deal about a force she barely understands.
Always thinking with your sword. You zealots never change. I happen to like these ruins. They've been very informative. Without them, I'd never have learned there was a new god in the living lands.
Another reason why they should be destroyed. Sabadal is dangerous, but an archmage is more unpredictable by far. Oh, really? Watch me.
The lives of you Aedirans are as inconsequential as any others. No offense to any of you. The ruins, on the other hand, are absolutely singular. As such, you will not touch them. Stomp your feet as much as you like. Your opinion doesn't matter to me.
You forget your place, Archmage. No matter. I am happy to remind you.
And I will end you, Inquisitor. I will seal your unlife in ice for an eternity. Do not for a moment think that you possess any power here. You, and more importantly, your people, will regret all of it.
Harm any of my soldiers and you won't live to regret it.
Not another word, or all of your people die. Now, where was I?
Ah, yes. I want our envoy here to make the decision as to what will follow.
Oh, you have claws, and the courage to use them. I do love that.
I have an alternate solution to the problem at hand.
This should be amusing.
I am not talking to you, am I? Don't interrupt me.
Depends on your perspective, I suppose. I can sever the connection between the Adra in the ruins and the rest of the living lands. It will isolate the dream-scourged essence and halt the creation of new dream thralls in Shatterscarp. But those that exist will remain. My solution will end the plague in this region, I believe, and keep Ludwig from having to do terrible things to those nice ruins. I knew I liked you for a reason. Yes, there is a catch. It's also what you may call a large one. Severing the Adra will require the use of a truly immense amount of essence, which, well, will result in a few deaths.
A few deaths? What about Quilici? And the other Furians? And Quilici?
Gods, you're right.
Gentle sleep. One moment day, the next a poppy's dream to carry them to the Garden of Night. They would feel no pain.
I'm so very glad you recall.
A few dozen people may die. Possibly 100 or so in the more dire scenarios. There is no control over who will perish in the process. But it will stop the Dream Scourge from spreading in Shatterscarp. No new Dream Thralls will be created.
Reingrim is one of the smartest people alive. If she says this is the way, it's hard to argue, no matter how much we might want to.
It's not an ideal solution. But it is easier to save a life when you've amputated the necrotic limb, so to speak.
You surprise me, Envoy. She would sacrifice the very people we're trying to save, and for what? Not even to destroy the Dream Scourge. Merely to slow it down.
Destroying the ruins and killing the Dream Thralls within is also a short-term measure. Ludwig's solution will eventually result in the same number of casualties, possibly even more.
Unfortunate, but such is the reality of our situation.
So long as the Dream Scourge exists, more people will become infected. And the infected will take more lives, and this will continue indefinitely.
She has no idea what the consequences of her actions might be. And neither do you. Envoy, I want to show you something. I swore an oath to my goddess. A solemn vow that I would give everything in service to her. Even myself. And I did so, gladly. Sapadal wants the same devotion from you. The only difference is, you never had a choice. Imagine it, Envoy. Was there ever a godlike who stood tall against their own creator? Envoy, we have an obligation to scour Sapadal from the living lands before they destroy us. Starting with these ruins. Whatever you do, make sure the decision is yours, not theirs. Sapadal will poison your judgment if you let them. You owe Sapadal nothing, and yet they demand everything. That is not devotion. It's cruel.
What an amateur. She accuses Sapadal of what she intends to inflict on you. Don't fall for it.
Yes, quite difficult to decide whether to believe your new god or the angry skeleton actively threatening us.
Godlike. I leave the choice to you. Both options will bring harm. The question is, which will bring more good?
Oh, what a relief. You really scared me there, Envoy.
I don't like our options, but maybe we can learn something from this one. Let's just hope Kolichi is all right.
So be it. Sapadal's hold over you is stronger than I suspected.
Rune, strengthen the living leaves. We twine.
Attune your soul to Sapadal to assist my focus on the Adra. You're the only one who can do that part. And Yatsley, come, help me. I think you'll enjoy this. Marin soth Clathan, Aid Marslante. I am delighted to have been right about you. I was hoping you'd have the cold logic I wanted to see. We've dealt with the Dream Scourge, but you'll still have some cleaning up to do. Now that I know this was all because of a new god flailing in their cage, the Living Lands is no longer of interest to me. I'm sure she will try. She seemed quite incensed when she left. But that is for you to wrestle with. I'm done here. However, I have one final question for your young wizard.
For... me?
You have shown a great deal of talent, Yatsley. Few can harness so much essence with ease. I could use your assistance. And the companionship. It's really dreary being alone. Should you wish to return with me, I would happily take you on as my apprentice. The rest of the circle do not often visit, which is good because they're tiresome. You, however, are a power worth shaping, and rather delightful to boot.
Well, obviously, I'm... Wait. Really? You want me to... Wow. That would be... amazing! But, I have to think about it. At the very least, the envoy would be lost without me. And so would my lover. Though the idea of finally devoting more time to magic is... tempting.
Yes, my work will still be there even when this world is in ruins. Which, hopefully won't happen. Whatever you decide, it will be some months before I depart. You know where to find me. Be clever, godlike. Don't think too much with your heart.
Why are we deferring to that maniac Ringgrim? Ugh.
I don't trust this heathen magic. Seek!
Watch your right! Away with you!
Well done. Nicely done!
least it's a beautiful place to die. Watch your right! If you ignore all the dead bodies around, it's a cute little camp. Sounds like things were already going bad, even before the attack.
We need to talk. You let a mad archmage unleash death with a spell. I need to know why. Is that our answer now? Do we extract that price from every settlement in the Living Lands?
What is the alternative? That we allow the Dream Scourge to spread unchecked?
I don't know. Maybe.
Fuitu Mayu. That choice shouldn't be in anyone's hands.
Then why did we leave it to that archmage?
Reengrim knows more about the Dream Scourge than we do, and we know more than most others do. She found a great solution, but it came with a great cost. What more could we expect?
Do you hear yourself? You both saw what kind of person she is. The twisted little world she built for herself. If ending the Dream Scourge means handing our fate to someone like her, then perhaps it's not worth the cost.
Oh, Naivasta, Fuitu Mayu. Damned if I'm leaving my fate in the hands of a blessed magical authority figure. God, Archmage, or anyone else.
Agreed. If the gods cared enough to intervene, they would have. No. We're on our own. We stand here bickering while the solution is just over the horizon. Nothing matters but the garden. Shatterscarp, even Emerald Stair. They're distractions by comparison. I hope they're... Thirdborn is a good community for my people.
For the camp of an official Aedirran envoy, I was expecting a little more. A proper bed, at least. But I suppose this will do for now. As long as you have a bath, of course. When the mood is right, I find I like everything. I'm going to write Quilici tonight. Make sure he misses me. But, as riveting as it is to complain about our accommodations, I imagine you have another topic in mind? I appreciate it, Envoy, but I think I need a moment to gather my thoughts. Can we save that talk for once I've freshened up a bit? Well, because I'm the foremost expert on the Godless, of course, so I must study their artifacts when I can. Unfortunately, it's been quite some time since I've met another who focused on the Godless as I do. And I imagine I'd be more knowledgeable on the subject than anyone else you could find. I've yet to be burned in a single flame trap, and I don't intend to start anytime soon. Fair guess, though. When I got my first grimoire as a child, I was trying out some of the fancy new spells I'd been given. I was attempting a simple illusion spell, but I must have slurred my words. The next thing I know, everything was on fire. No! Well, me, obviously, but otherwise, no. What is childhood but for silly things? When else can you get away with arson? My father was able to pull me from the flames as my mother doused them. I burned myself badly enough to give myself some vivid dreams, but the house still stood at the end. Just the usual things. Not studying for an exam, having all your teeth fall out. They're not nearly as enjoyable as my more provocative dreams. Oh. Well, just be sure to have a quick release knot if you ever make that fantasy reality. Someone should learn from my mistakes. I certainly have no intention to.
Goodness. We're feeling very honest today, aren't we?
As delightful as you are, we've much to do and less time to do it in. Shall we go?
Never thought I'd be going back to Galawain's tusks.
How could they? Beloved that you are, and still they bared their fangs. We blessed the Tabaru and they prick us in return. We will dream too then. Dream of the flood that breaks.
It's easy when you do it.
We see you! Invaders in the garden!
That's done? Who's hungry?
Who needs fabric? We still have stock.
Three dozen dead, of no apparent causes. They just fell over. Like their hearts were stopped in their chest. What did you do, Envoy? I know you're involved somehow. Bullshit. There was always another option. Something better than this massacre. Dozens are dead, Envoy. Their loved ones scream for them. What was all this for? The costs were too great, Envoy. And you paid them with third-born blood. I hope your fucking decisions haunt you forever. You've cost so many families their loved ones. You have my permission to go anywhere else. Get out of my sight, Envoy.
Strange to see so few folks around.
I've got the freshest fish guaranteed. Got a hankering for something?
Isokso!
Watch your back out here, traveler.
Ludwig may have a skull for a face, but her fury was clear enough. If her path crosses ours again, it'll be ugly.
Frankly, I'll take any opportunity we get to ruin Ludwig's day.
I'll say this much for the Inquisitor. She's stubborn, like a rat. And I plan on hunting her like a rat.
I'd say we shouldn't stay on her bad side, but I'm not sure she has any other sides.
You know her better than any of us. What's your read?
Right. Focus, people. Try not to think about how we're up against a dead woman who threatens the entire living lands.
Yeah. Instead, think about the soul-corrupting plague that also threatens the living lands.
Well, the joke's on her in any case. Ludwig won't get very far without that map. She'll be scratching her skull.
Somehow, I don't think she'll let that stop her for long.
And Ludwig definitely strikes me as someone who doesn't leave food on her plate. Right, and the Steel Garrote is famously level-headed. Just look at Fior.
Ludwig and her Steel Garrote have the numbers and the power. But we have spunk and a map. And that might just be enough to find the garden before she does.
We're all competing for the same thing. A place we barely understand, with no guarantees of what we'll find there. Still, I am determined to reach the garden, above all else.
Ugh, that's just a pile of Sokka. Right, the voice in your head that none of us have ever met. I hear dying has some interesting side effects.
Hey, we are all on the same side here, Marius.
You won't find a blessed a thing. This wild beetle chase of yours is a Padraku waste of time. To get to the garden, you have to go through Galawain's tusks. The land is made of lava and acid. It wants to eat you alive.
So it's tough odds. We've gotten this far together.
Tough odds is an extra Zarb jumping in at the last minute. This is a long trek, on foot, through a land that can barely support life. I don't have to be a Blessed Day Oracle to know this won't go how you think it will. And all your clues come from one source. You've been following a voice in your head. What do you know about Soppadal? How do you know you can trust them? That's good for you. What about the rest of us, huh? Will your secret god bring us all back, or just you?
What's on your mind, Marius? What bothers you so?
Because I can scream until I'm blue in the face, and you people would still rather trust the Envoy's pet headache demon. And now you want to drag us through the deadliest region in the world because a sleeping god said so. You're not listening to what I am telling you. I'm done here. Do whatever Blessed Day planning you want to do. You don't need me for that.
Let's just take a breath, Marius. You don't mean that.
Nope. I said what I said. Come get me when it's time to go.
Poor Marius. Something's really rattled him.
I've never seen Marius like this. Something's going on with him, but I don't know what. I hope so. One of us should talk to him. If something's eating at him, I don't like leaving him to his thoughts.
Well, hopefully Marius will be okay soon. We have to get going if we want to get to the garden before Ludwig.
We won't get far unless we look after each other. Now's your chance.
Sick!
On your left here!
sample of that but maybe it's better left alone.
I can bring back someone to help you. Please, if you just...
Traveler, what business have you here with me?
Looks like that woman and the ogre aren't getting along very well. Be careful getting close.
Well, what is it? Because they attacked me. Because now, you and I must talk. If you care for her life, we must talk. Cruel, foolish, just like the others. So be it.
Oh, thank the gods. I thought you'd forgotten about me. Where did you go? I'm going to go back to the tower. Might set up shop while I figure everything out. I look forward to it. Thank you again, Envoy, for everything.
All in the day's work.
We've got company!
as I live and breathe. The faithless envoy. Ludwig finds your loyalty a touch diminished. If you're looking for the Inquisitor, she's hunting a lead to the garden through its twisted silver roots.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
We'd be there already if not for the roots. The tower calls. The roots strangle. The roots say your name, envoy. They say you told them to do it. You've done what the roots want. Poison in our veins. Traitor. I know what you are. The roots try to choke the steel garrote, and we will strangle them in return. Cut them. Bleed them.
That's the Dream Scourge talking. We should put them down. Give them a swift end.
Blood, smoke, smoke, death. I'll stand down, I'll stand down. But my people won't. Envoy, over here.
Ugh. I've had enough of the steel garrote for one reason. That I'm... Say we're on the right track. So close.
I don't think this broken bridge will help us. Didn't we read about another way into the garden, though? The other path is hidden well. I certainly don't see any way across the acid sea. Unless the Pargrunen are acid-resistant, I think that's a safe assumption.
To Solace Keep, then. Not a moment too soon. With any luck, we can outpace the steel garrote. I'll follow your lead. That was a close one.
This would be a great spot, but there are so many of them.
Enemy to the right! Prosperous farm. Now it.
On the right!
Let's finish this.
My. It's rather dusty here, isn't it? How did the dwarves manage?
Let me out of here right now!
Will you pipe down over there?
I'm innocent!
No, you gave the goods back. That's something else.
Wonder what scared these people into building such an imposing fortress.
Outsiders aren't permitted in Solace Keep. Turn your ass around and go back the way you came. I could care less if you fought Magrin herself. Death is better than catching Mihala's ire. It's a violation of Tenet 3 of Nandru's 9 creeds. No person excepting wardens of the Pargrunen shall be granted safe harbor without express permission of the Council, heretofore established by Nandru, the First Warden, or without the attestation of an established, honored Warden of the Keep. That is correct. Without the Solace Council or a Warden to vouch for you, your presence in the Keep is forbidden. No Warden, no Keep.
I hate to drag Marius into this mess, but we're going to need him.
You again? I told you the first time. No escort, no entry.
Welcome to Serina's Mercy, outsider. There's nothing for you to see here. Move along.
happened here?
Oh, thank the gods. Finally.
Render here selling a grave goods to troubled merchants. Don't let him tell about maps and causes. He's a common thief.
I admit I took a few things from Pargrunan memorials. And I admit the caravans paid me a good price for them. Expeditions have costs. You can't line a pocket that's full of holes. Sansa has no idea what the living lands are like. He sits in his emporium and thinks it's the Deadfire. Well, it's not. Every day out here is a matter of life and death.
We do fine without grave robbing.
I just needed to survive.
You can't just barge in and tell us what to do with our prisoners.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but I'm not paid enough to argue with it. You're free to go.
About time. I owe you, whoever you are. Actually, wait, I can do better than that. Take my notes. Just do me a favor and don't tell Sansa where I've been. I'll come up with something. As soon as I've found a place to bathe.
Envoy? I'm not ready to go to Solace. Maybe there's another way. Maybe we can fashion some kind of flying boat? Right. No problem for me, Envoy. Never mind. There is something that's bothering me. Specifically, if you can spare a moment. Since we entered the Tusks, I've been getting these flashes of memory. Like there are answers in my head I can't get to. They seem to be about a village, somewhere north of Solace. Fear and sorrow, but also answers. Thanks, Envoy. It might be nothing, but it'll be nice having backup whenever I go to find it. Anyway. Thanks for talking.
Schemes in the dark. The mountains shift in unknowable shapes. Feet blistered on the rock, the pursuit of rest. We should not sleep. We fear what lies ahead. Beast of treachery smells you. It stalks you across the land. A sword for a settlement, the scorpion promises to protect. Rose today, thorn tomorrow. Friend or foe, the branches shake. Betrayal seeps into the veins. A hidden strike, a bond bleeds in silence. Have your hands known this? Eat the packmates to survive. Why? Flip the wings, a false promise, the safety of the cage. A venom bloomed. We wonder, what good is a vow if it can break? Vigilance. We have learned much. Dream of dandelions with two heads.
Anyone else finding it hard to breathe?
Help! My gods, they're killing us!
No shame in... This has seen better days. This was Animancy equipment. Someone was
Probably got himself locked up in the Ash Forest. The Zarms didn't get to him first. Lots of them. We're entering hostile territory. Well, that was fun.
Here we go.
They come. To your left. Can't. I don't want to be here. I feel like I can't feel my fingers.
We're going to face this together, even if I have to hold your hand the entire time.
Fine. Let's go. Let's go. I feel like I can't swallow. Is that weird? Gods. What happened? What is that? Let me see. I remember this. I think this belonged to... Everything Yonku said was true. All of it. These bones are hers. My mother. I can't. Difficult. This is blessed impossible.
It's all right, Marius. We're here with you. Stay with us.
I don't think I can handle this right now. I need to go back.
No need to rush this. We'll take it at your pace. One step at a time.
I know. If we do, May, let's just keep looking around.
Put them down, please. No. No. Don't fool me. Don't lie. That can't be Marius. It can't.
Be careful, Marius. He isn't well.
Iancu. Viate. Is that you? What happened? How could this...
I can see. I can taste. I'm disappearing into the land. I search for meaning, but find only words.
This is... is... Iancu. My best friend since... as far as I can remember. When did this... I should have never left you, Viate. I couldn't have known.
Patrol. Yes, on patrol. When the dream touched me, I was away and alone. Yes? Not your fault. Not yours.
Well, that makes me feel much better. Let's just watch my best friend wither away for a moment, and we can get back to work.
We met here, Marius and me. We played here. I was... older, but still a child.
That doesn't... I barely remember this place.
Your forgetting is for the best, Viate. I suffered remembering the whole time. Families followed Razvan, trusted his words. He would lead them to a better life. Trusted Razvan to make them something more.
Wait. No, I remember something. Chanting? I was so scared. Stop it. I'm all right.
Razvan circled the parents around, said he would help their voices reach the stars. They took bowls full of... night. No. Death. He said to drink it while Razvan said the words.
I don't want to know what you're about to say.
Yes. Yes. Gods, am I speaking clear? At long last. I saw all the parents fall over. I knew he would come for me. I ran. I saw young Marius, too small to understand. Razvan called out for us, his voice raised to the sky.
That's when you took me to solace. You saved my life.
A new home, yes, I brought you there and they gathered you. The parents in Solace said it was better to forget. Made me swear not to tell. You were happy. Never wanted to upset you. At first, yes. Later, it would have been harder not to forget.
It makes sense. No wonder it felt like everyone knew something I didn't, because they did.
But I can't focus. Can't remember. Razvan is near, making everything harder.
God, he might still be alive. That's it. We have to leave. If he's out there, we have to run.
Found the key to Razvan's home. Search there if you want. I will only forget. No. Razvan has gripped my soul my entire life. It will be enough to know he's gone.
I am so sorry this happened to you, Viate. If I could trade places with you.
No. No, Viate. You have saved me many times over. This I wouldn't wish on you ever.
Well, I guess. We'll be going now, yeah? We have to keep digging into this particular emotional scar.
I will be here until time to go. See you soon, Viate.
I knew someone was out there. He killed everyone. He wanted to kill me.
Breathe, Marius. Steady yourself. Your mind and soul are fragile. Now more than ever.
Years of worrying myself sick. He's out there, Envoy. This Korba is still out there. I don't know if He killed my entire village, Envoy. I think I know the contact Razvan used to seal the door. It's a poem my mother told me when I was a child. She said those words would always open doors. I never knew what she meant. If we're gonna go after Razvan, we better get to it. Before I pass out where I stand.
Isokso!
You're too late! I think I sprained my shoulder. That must be the door. Oh, gods, here we go. All right, what was it? Something in the sky. Gods. Straight. Sing free, our voices lifted high. Our spirits laughing in the sky. Hope that did something. That was it. It worked. Someone's living here. I'm sure of it. Maybe it's not him.
I think we both know better than that, Mari.
Don't know if I'd rather see Razvan alive or dead. If he's dead, it can't hurt anyone else. Caution on voice. I see something moving in there.
Hurry in the brush! Protect the invaders in the garden!
Let's go! Everybody all right?
Things all the time. New voices. Flesh or spirit, I should ask. The others say you're flesh, but the others are known to lie.
Marius, look alive!
Razvan is dead. It feels hollow somehow, but I can't explain how. I'm not sure I know how to do that, but I'll try. I've spent my whole life afraid of something I couldn't remember, and now I've found that thing and overcome it. I need to think about all this. Maybe we should check on Iancu. See how he's feeling.
We spoke before, yes? Marius? We spoke before.
He died like anyone else, Viate. He wasn't a god or a monster or anything else. Just a man wallowing in his own filth.
I feel it. In my jaw and in my heart. Drums beat slowly now. Head is light and full of sun.
It's over, Viate. You can rest now. I promise.
Right, Viate. And so can you. Remember that.
Will you be all right, Viate? What can I do to help?
Nothing more you have to do, Viate. Just keep living and try to laugh once in a while.
All right. I will miss you, Viate. I love you.
I feel so light.
Your reputation is well deserved.
Unseek!
Coming from the left.
You again? I told you the first time.
Voitu Mayu. It's Cosmine. Just let me handle this.
Huh? Marius? No. You must be a ghost. A curse.
That would be news to me.
You are alive. You. Asshole. You show your face now? Now?
Quench your coals, Envoy. Let me handle this.
We used to be friends. Or so I thought. But then this Gitule left. Unannounced. No note, no nothing. Didn't even say goodbye to Iancu. And now you cozy up here, after 3 years, with an adherent godlike, no less? No offense. We all face difficulty, yet we've stayed, except Marius. Either way, it doesn't solve how I'm going to explain this to the Council.
Let us handle the Council. You just sit here staring out into the tusks like you were.
You know the rules. Outsiders cannot enter without express permission of the Council.
Or with an honored warden.
Which you are not. I shouldn't even be talking to either of you. It's forbidden. Ha! If those bastards were here, we'd know. And if they came for us, we'd kill them. Simple as that.
Oh, then I guess we have nothing to worry about. Solace is saved, and we didn't even have to do anything.
And I'm supposed to take you at your word? You're no less adherent than those bastards. You know the position this puts me in. If I let you in, the Council will have my head. Now, come on. That's not fair. Of course I trust Marius. I mean, I did. Once.
Cosmine, Solace Keep is in real danger. Do you truly think I'd come back here for anything less?
Gods damn it. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? I'll let you in, but be warned. Solace is not as it was, Marius.
I doubt it. Nothing really changes in Solace.
You'll see for yourself. The Council isn't what it was. Keep a watchful eye. Lower it on down. Quickly now.
Drawbridges and high walls are no defense against the Dream Scourge.
Just be aware, people of Solace are just as stubborn as its walls.
No one gave an order.
If it's...
All right. Took you long enough. Wait, you're not from the hunting party.
You look just like Nando. You have his markings. The Council is going to lose its mind.
Gala is going to... I know what Gala is going to do. This never happened.
I can't wait to see what the Council will say. Duty won't feed us, Mother. Duty won't keep us from dying.
How dare you talk to your mother that way?
Is that Marius?
Welcome back to Mordicus Nails.
Sanctuary of Nandro. Hasn't changed a bit.
Let's keep...
Listen, everyone wants seconds, okay? You can get back in line or wait until next meal. Then go somewhere else and... Oh, you're the outsiders. I heard the rumors, but... I am the ringleader of the circus. No one does anything without a belly full of whatever we're warming up here today. Honestly, Marius here would catch something better than I could rustle up for you.
I just do what I do. You make last week's salt pork taste like this week's salt pork.
Take a compliment, Amakura. You're a good hunter. Always were. I have a little time to chat right now. What can I do for you?
Should open up for more.
Outsider! Feel like helping us out?
Kostya's right, huh? Think of the salted fish.
Oh, great. Outsider. Wardens get their equipment here. Outsiders have to pay. You need something?
Mikala understands the importance of tradition.
Abidon. Patron.
I hope you don't mind if I shout a bit. I feel like it's impossible to hear anything over all this banging and quenching. Indeed, they came down to tell us that we had outsiders about. I swore I misheard. I probably should have cleaned up the place. Seems like you know a thing or two. Good. We don't have to pretend it doesn't get smoky and loud in here. Some people see a dirty forge and think we're lazy. The Smith of Magrin knows that's far from the truth. I am Forge Master Della. Recently appointed, I should add. Old Master Tassa passed away. The council appointed me.
Master Tassa died? I figured that old lady would live forever.
So did I. Turns out death comes for us all. Surprised me, too. You know how things work. 1 minute you're being praised for your work, and the next, you're pulled into management. I suppose that's true. I'm not anyone's cousin or future in-law, so I can't think of any other reason. You came down here for a reason. What can I do for you?
The council chamber.
Ready yourselves. Council's just up this lift.
You do the talking. I'm out of my element.
If we open the gates, we will talk about this later. A guest. What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
They're here because I vouched for them.
Marius, you're alive.
There were rumors you died, Marius. We mourned you. You shouldn't have returned.
I trust you came back to us for good reason. I doubt that. There isn't an inch of this land the Wardens do not patrol, day and night. If the Stilgarroth were here, we would know.
And if they are here, let them come. Solus has stood against worse threats for hundreds of years.
They destroyed a city full of animancers. If they come for solace, even these ancient walls won't save you. If that's all you'll do, you might as well not do anything.
Although I wonder why we should bother trusting you. We heard that you were responsible for a great many deaths in Shatterscarp. Give me a reason to tolerate you for even a second longer. Indeed. But you've brought us news. Now I'm curious. What do you expect us to do for you? It sounds like you have something in mind. There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, Envoy?
The garden is our sacred purpose, its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. He once wrote that the island spoke to him, perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The Envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does he not?
The markings on your face. I recognize them. But I didn't want to believe an Aedirn could have anything in common with Nandru.
The godlike are gone.
There's at least one left, and he's standing right in front of you.
Perhaps you are what you say, but it does not matter. We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, Envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. But I fear you will be disappointed.
It has and always will be our duty to watch over the garden. Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way.
Envoy, be practical. You may be uniquely capable, but there are hundreds of us. There are 3 of you. I would expect nothing less from someone like yourself.
Goodbye, Envoy. Kostya, see the Envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala.
And Marius? Don't stay gone so long next time.
If this is the kind of warm welcome I can expect, I can't wait to come back.
Follow me, Envoy.
Let's have a word with Mihala.
Envoy. I just wanted a word before you went on your way. No, indeed. I feel I owe you an apology. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken. The young suffer. But Mihala, well, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help. Of course. Our people starve and grow ill. And it's all because Mihala insists duty to the dead means more than the living. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath. She's a zealot. She forgets that doctrine is worth less than living. Much like your Inquisitor Ludwig, I suspect. Two sides of the same miserable coin. Mihala has firm principles, and I respect the strength of them. But it's all so pointless. If we stay in this keep, we will surely die. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me? I understand. We have done little to earn your goodwill. The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let Nadiran trade caravans slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradis could provide. If I could only start the conversation. Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Stilgarot are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman. Mihala would have had us rushing headlong to our deaths fighting the Stilgarot. She does not care about how the situation could advantage us. The garden does not matter to me. Whether it's you or the Stilgarot who find it, I don't care. Forget duty. Duty cannot feed our children. Duty cannot keep us safe. The Inquisitor is a questionable creature, but she might be all that stands between us and doom. She has the Ambassador's ear. With her support, he might agree to trade with us. It doesn't matter how reasonable he is if I don't have his ear. I am an aging dwarf from a small, fanatical order on the ass end of a volcanic wasteland. Against Mihala's wishes, I have written to him many times. He refuses to lend his ear. But if a powerful ally were to speak on my behalf, there might be something I could offer him. Something like the keep.
You give them the keep? Have you lost your Sundan mind?
You'd be giving up everything your people built here. Generations of history.
The keep. Its inane traditions. None of that means anything to me. I want to offer up Solace Keep to Adir and the Stilgarot in exchange for goods and gold. Its existence has cost us so much. The least it can do is buy a future for our people. That is my most fervent hope, Envoy. Mihala believes your empire cannot see us as anything but rivals. After Fior, I suspect you Adherents think of the people of the Living Lands as little more than bugs to be crushed. If you think of us at all. An agreement may protect us from dying from deprivation, and perhaps also keep us safe from Adir's hunger. I promise you, this is all repellent to me too. But I will do what I must to save my people. It might seem a foolish idea, but better to be a fool who tried than a coward who did not. I thought you'd empathize with this more. Your quest for the garden is also a fool's errand. You are not the first person to have said that. I want you to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want too. You are driven by a singular purpose. I admire your ferocity, Envoy, that you would readily kill your own. In any case, the Steel Garrote are at the Mount Forja mines. To get there, head west across the primordial depths. Do as you will. I believe the Pargrunen and the Adirians can forge a mutually beneficial alliance. That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed. Also, well, if you happen to head north, you might pass by the Living Archives, a monastery dedicated to preserving our history. The monastery hasn't been in touch in days, and I can't spare a warden to check on them. Oh, please, look in on them, if you can.
Right, I get it. He wants us to run his errands.
I do, Marius, because I trust you. And by extension, I trust the Envoy. Is that so outrageous? You were missed here. Whatever the front I put forward may have led you to believe.
You have a funny way of showing it.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't serious, Envoy. I understand. Good luck on your search for the garden, Envoy. I suspect you will need every ounce of it.
Andrada?
Sorry, Geoffrey. Captain. The council's still going.
You're back! What did you miss most? The loud clanging or the grimy walls and floor? What can I do for you?
What is this crowd? An outsider!
But Kostya says that Solace Keep is nothing but a crypt. We'll die in here.
I'm so tired of listening to you. Kostya this, Kostya that. Solace Keep protects us all. I don't want to hear another word.
An outlander.
Don't mean to be disrespectful, but we'd prefer not to deal with your kind. What's wrong with talking to the Outlander, hmm? We need outside opinions. We need medicine. You're sick, Mother. Pargrunen affairs are Pargrunen affairs. We don't speak of them to outsiders. Even if it costs you your life, Mother? You'd rather die than ask for help from an Outlander?
Kostya has a lot to answer for, poisoning our youth's minds with these ideas. Solace Keep's matters are for Solace Keep's wardens. Stay out of it.
Why won't you listen? If we don't change our ways, the Pargrunen are done for.
I don't want to hear another word of this.
Never thought I'd miss Emerald Stare.
What do you think it means? Suppose that's edible.
After all this time, finally returning home. How you doing, Marius?
I'm holding on. Got pretty intense back there. Does feel good knowing Razvan isn't still out there. Weight off my mind.
Takes a lot of strength to go back to face something like that.
Let's finish this. Who's next? Anyone?
Who are you, spirit? Go away. I know you're not real. I'll stop you if I must.
The trap cuts. The fox cries at the pain of the hare. The justice of the wild.
The plagues corrupted the rest of us. The steel corrode. Now our minds broken. I won't let it take me. I'll keep my sanity. You're not real. You can't be. No, go away, spirit.
Captain Alfir, we've so been looking forward to seeing you again. Oh, the good captain is looking a little more tired since we last saw her, though.
Is that my name? Alfir? I've been wondering. What is it me I'm frightened of? Or her? My soul is mine. Mine, it will not be despoiled. What was that prayer Lurine taught us to banish the visions? Fearsome Modica, by your withering gaze, I bind this tricksome devil. Oh, gods, it's still there. I see the canopy of a tree inside your soul. No! Stop looking at me. I don't want to see it.
She's out of her mind with the dream scourge. Not that she was ever sane to begin with.
None shall pass, she said. The ruiner, the rival, the seed of the poisonous tree. Modica, bind you, villain!
Nicely done! We've come along. We're so close to the garden. You can practically feel it.
I hear volcanoes have all sorts of pretty flowers growing around them. I'd love some for my hair.
Must maintain a
right there. Show yourself. Boundary.
Steel Garrote did this. You can tell because the cowards ran away.
I heard something.
Someone take it.
See honor. If you like. Please help me! Person rock!
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. don't know what would have happened if you hadn't come. Here? No! The steel garrote took them all. I heard them screaming, but... Please. There is a friend of mine hiding in the summit. You have to help me before it's too late.
We better hurry if we want to help, darling.
Keep quiet.
It's the Get off! We've got company!
Another soul for the wheel.
How fantastically inconvenient. Okay.
Steel garrotes left in a hurry. Either they were 2 steps ahead of us, or running for their lives.
These are Pargrunen books. Just beautiful, and wasted on the steel garrote. And looks like they're particularly interested in the keep. It must have a deeper meaning. That wouldn't explain their need for books about the garden. No, there must be another reason. I know research when I see it, and this looks like they're preparing to defend their dissertation. They're trying to find something. It's almost like they think the garden is in Solace Keep somewhere, which is insane, of course. You'd need powerful magic to hide something like that, and I don't think Solace has any spare archmages running around.
It would have to be underground. A secret tunnel, perhaps. Ludwig must have an informant. There's no other way. We can't allow the steel garrote to reach the garden. You are meant to go there, and we are meant to take you. Don't forget the plants and animals. Their souls depend on us as well.
Nothing will keep them safer than taking out the steel garrote.
Trespasser, she defiles our ground. Murderer, she is near.
You will go no further. The garden is under our protection.
And who is going to stop me? The time has come to take the garden.
Wardens will never...
Yesterday, this island suffered in the grip of its own madness. Today, the living lands unites under one flag. One people, one law, one true God.
No! Never again!
Into dreams tonight.
Let's talk. So here you are. Sapadal coaxed you toward the garden, a spider luring a fly to the safety of the web.
Who spins? Who rides? She weaves a trap of steel.
Look at my paladin's envoy. Look what your god has done to us. I should have realized it sooner. The Dream Scourge is Sapadal's weapon. A cudgel to drive us out of the living lands. The evidence is right in front of us.
I don't believe your god could knowingly wield the Dream Scourge. Their mind is broken, with no capacity for malice.
And no capacity for reason either. Like a child playing with their mother's invention. Isn't that right?
You talk too much. The dead should remain silent.
What a pair we make, Envoy. proxies in a war between gods. Your patron versus my faith. A war that ends here and now. The choice is ours. Do we trust our own judgment? Or do we gamble it all on the monster whispering in your ear? Keep your promise to the Emperor. Cut the Dream Scourge off at the root. Permanently.
No!
No matter where we turn, we find the consequences of Sapadal. Plague, blight, madness. The Living Lands hangs by a thread because mortals cannot live in the shadow of a god. Much less one that's lost its mind.
Use whatever brain is left in your skull. Mortals have been here for centuries. It's only gotten worse since you arrived.
Well, this god was quite pleasant up until your steel garrote came in and started setting things on fire.
You and I alone can save the Living Lands by destroying the unending madness that is Sapadal.
She lies. She poisons.
We are? I would hate to lose your god before we fully understand them, but it's hardly my choice to make.
Must we? There are still so many unanswered questions.
It's not every day that a godlike vanquishes their creator. Tell me, when the time comes, will you hesitate? Or will it be swift? That is what concerns me. Are you confident in your own strength? Do you imagine that Sapadal has no hold over you? I will judge that for myself, and judge harshly, starting with your conduct in Dawnshore.
Oh, sounds like Ludwig's prepared a list. Brace yourself.
You brought your killer to justice, sending a message to anyone who would dare stand in our way. What of Emerald Stair? You were wise not to interfere with Fior Messiverno. Wiser, perhaps blind. It makes no difference.
Just because we didn't chase your rats into the woodpile, doesn't mean we don't have claws.
You speak out of turn, little Animancer. Already you are doomed in the eyes of the Burned Queen. Do you wish to condemn the Envoy as well?
No. Finish your judgment and be done with us, corpse.
The Steel Garrote cleansed the city of governance, history, and animancy gone awry. Our paths crossed again in Shatterscarp. The ruins of Naku Kubel were preserved at the expense of countless sacrifices. I expected so much more from you. After weighing your conduct, I have reached a decision. Your actions condemn you. I can feel the influence of Sapadal in your every move.
A false game. She strikes.
What right has she to judge us? Only the right she bestows on herself.
I will be the one to kill Sapadal, starting with their godlight. What a shame to destroy so much potential. She already knows. Don't you feel her eyes on you? Prepare yourself for the beyond.
More dream flows are on the way. We got company. Enemy to the right. To the right. teach the Steel Garrote to mess with us. Oh, but she is a death guard. Maybe she won't stay dead. The pulse that changed everyone. That was from Sapadal. Have they been the source of the Dream Scourge the whole time? All we can do now is focus on the garden. That's what's important.
Vipers in a knot. The venom drowns us. Save us, please.